Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a long time. This is Default Black Bitch. You know, she got a pimp scar, got beat by her pimp. So, yeah. Welcome back, man. I brought back Default Black Bitch. A lot of people say, yo, Kool-Aid dudes, you know, on Division videos. So, I brought them back. How y'all niggas doing? And welcome back, Default Black Bitch. We actually reached the highest gear score in this game. So, the first thing we're going to be explaining is the tiers in this motherfucker, because they was hard as fuck to get this girl to 256 gear score. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get into these motherfucking world tiers and let a real nigga explain it to you. Difficult scaling. Now I have a graph up here to explain each level that's includes with each level that lets you know each one and the difficulty that you will be occurring within the game. Now the graph here explains the difficulty, the mission, underground and excursions, dark zones to HVT, and open world. Now this gives you an observation of how each world tier with each mission and each level that has the same exact level but even harder as you get along with it. Now the difficulties is normal, hard, challenging, and heroic. Now the missions would be like level 30, level 30, level 32, and level 33. The underground as well is 31, level 32, level 34, and level 35. Now an excursion with the normal is just 9, it's pretty much the same level. Also on hard is level 32, level 34, and level 35. The dark zone would be level 30 to level 35 depending on the dark zone bracket and name of zone. Now this increases within the dark zone because if you go in certain parts of the dark zone, it has a higher level as you go in the dark zone, just in case you didn't know. The HTV is level 30 to level 31 depending on the contract that you get. Now these are the people that you can go around and ask for jobs to get Phoenix points and stuff like that. I'll explain Vegan points in the next video. Also, open world will be level 30. That's when you enter the world as your current level now, with the story mode being complete. Now that's just a pretty brief thing about the difficulty settings that'll help you out as you go along in the game. And last but not least, the rewards in your choosing tier matches the highest gear score of that tier. Every reward you get brings you a little closer to reaching the highest possible power level of the tier until you unlock the next one and can try yourself against tougher enemies. Now I'm about to go over the tier rewards that you will get if you choose these tiers or work your way up to these tiers. Tier 1 gear score will be 163 rewards. Tier 2 gear score will be 182 rewards. Tier 3 gear score will be 204 rewards. And Tier 4 gear score will be 229 rewards. Now this is an explanation of how all the tiers work and all the rewards that you unlock to go into the higher tier. And once you reach the highest tier, this does not include Dark Zone at all, guys. This is for people that go to higher tier that can want to complete the story modes or the excursions along the way. But certain excursions are in higher tiers for you to get it. So if you're in the tier 1, I think you won't be able to play those higher tier people unless you switch to the higher tier world to give you a higher gear score and to unlock more gear. So you might take a lot of damage along the way, but this might help you get better at the game and make you more attentive of higher tiers that will make it more fun and interesting for higher ability for the AI to attack you. So guys, the world tier is set up by your gear score. For instance, tier 1 would be 0 to 163, tier 2 would be 164 to 182, tier 3 will also be 183 to 204. Tier 4 will be 205 to 229, which will be the highest gear score in the game as well, or above, depending on, you know, what they update, because I think they put more gear scores in there as well to increase it as well. But this section scale the level of all enemies in the world. 163 corresponds to level 30, 182 to level 31, and so on. We've also rescaled the power of the enemy completely in terms of health and damage to bring more linear power progression between levels and remove level 34 and 35 enemies. The highest you will face after this change in level 33 and world tier 4. So in other words, guys, I have a scale here from patch 1.3 to patch 1.4. The enemies will be increased speed between each tier. So the higher the tier, the higher the difficulty would be to kill them. And if you go onto a heroic difficulty, it's going to be even harder to kill them as well. So be sure to make sure that you're trying to go to each tier that fits your gear score to take down these enemies. Also be ready to take down the shots as well, because you also have to receive damage to give damage. So take a look at the scale, and this definitely will help you out for what they increase and decrease as well in the tiers. I want to go in a little bit more depth about the world tier bracket system. Just as before, you are able to select the difficulty of your activity from normal to challenging. Heroic difficulty is safe for your excursions. This does not change the actual world tier, which still defines the enemy level. Difficulty will only impact the roles of the enemies in that activity. So if you're choosing a bracket, the difficulty of the enemies will go up. But if you're doing an excursion within that tier and you're trying to go to a higher tier, it's just going to save in the previous tier that you're in. So I'm gonna go over a little brief analysis about normal, hard, and challenging. The normal equals the mostly normal enemies. Hard, normal enemies become veteran, and veteran becomes elite. Challenging is all enemies are elite, and change of fire teams and enemy archetypes. That means they start to team up and be more active towards you. Instead of attacking you with one, they start attacking at angles. They start shooting you from distance with snipers, and try to just be more challenging to the AI. So I hope this video helped you, man, get you an insight of how the world tiers work. And so make sure you rank up and go in there, bitch, heavy strong, or make you a default black bitch like I did myself. This is an angry black bitch right here, and she ain't taking no prisoners. So I hope this video helped you out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to all the links in the description as well. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, all that shit. The link in the description below. Make sure you get yourself a nice t-shirt. I might be a default black bitch t-shirt coming. You never know. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out this bitch, dude.